Camera for Canada's Mortgage Minute. Hey, some findings recently from Statistics Canada. They had some national household survey, and here's the findings that they came up with. And the biggest finding was that larger percentage of renters are overextended than homeowners in this country. That's right. Basically, here were the highlights of the report. 4 in 5 households buying a home between 2006 had a mortgage in 2011. So basically 79.7% of the people had mortgages going into the game. 58.6% of homeowner households all across the land had a mortgage overall. So basically out of all the properties across the country, 58.6% of the folks had mortgages. $1,141, that's the average monthly shelter cost for a homeowner. It's $848 for renter households. $1,585 is the average monthly shelter cost for a homeowner with a mortgage. The average mortgage payment in 2011 was roughly $1,074 per month. 26.2% of homeowners with a mortgage spent more than 30% of their gross household income on housing. That's Stats Canada threshold for affordability. That's 1.4 million households in total. They pay $1,776 per month on average, $688 of which $688 more than what Stats Canada considers to be that magic 30% of income rule that they have. Basically, it's like I said, it's some pretty interesting numbers. Now, on the renter side, 40.1% of renters spent more than 30% of their income on housing. So that's higher than the 26.2% of homeowners. So that's, again, an interesting stat. That's 1.6 million households in total. They pay $928 per month on average. You know, again, like I said, I mean, it's not cheaper, and well, I guess in overall scheme of things for the folks that are renting, as proportionate income, a lot of their income is going to, you know, living costs, affordability, and all that as well. As far as home ownership in Canada, 69% of households across this land own homes. That's 9.2 million households out of a total of 13.3 million households. And this number has relatively unchanged since 2006. So even in spite of the low interest rates, in spite of everything we hear, home ownership overall as a percentage has not changed really much at all, or if anything, in the last 7 years. Now, another interesting number was that $76,600, that was the median family income in 2010. And the median individual income for full-time workers in 2010 was $47,868. Now, I can tell you with those kinds of numbers in a city like Victoria, you know, it's tough enough to get a place, but a city like Vancouver, it's virtually impossible. That's why the condo market has so much more activity. And that is one of the things that we talked about before, is how the condo demographics look like they're probably going to be shifting somewhat. We may see larger condos in the future, which would be kind of a hybrid between today's condo and a full-blown home, and it's kind of an affordable entry point for folks. Again, statistics are always interesting. It's interesting to see where our money's going. So it isn't just trivial chat. And again, bear in mind that these numbers are older. They are from 2 years ago. Where we're at today, again, it's hard for statistics to keep up in real time. And you always have to remember that these surveys, this one especially, was voluntary, so some of the folks might have answered whichever way. I mean, sometimes people chose to participate, sometimes the answers are skewed, but overall it gives us a sense of where things are going and where Canadians are at as far as affordability and where their money's going. So if you're interested, if you're looking at it, you're feeling kind of stressed right now that your budget's pretty tight, possibly a refinance might be in the works, it might be something worth considering. If you are looking at possibly getting out of the rental situation and becoming a homeowner, because one of the things you do have to realize that when you do make mortgage payments, at least some of it's going to principal. When you're making rent, it's 100% going to the landlord. So again, another option to consider. The weekend is upon us, you know, and where I am, so hopefully you'll enjoy your day, enjoy the weekend ahead, and I look forward to chatting with you on Monday. Enjoy your day. It's been Cam for Cam's Mortgage Minute, and remember, if we can do anything for you at the Auxilium team, give us a shout.